it's Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. For today's video, I am so excited to be presenting to you my new releases. These are my budgeting printables that I'm releasing for April, but a lot of them are undated, so you can use them whenever you want. But I know some of you really enjoy my dated printables and you like to get a jump start on your budget. So with March just around the corner, I wanted to go ahead and release these as soon as possible. I'm so excited to be sharing with you the design for the month and also to be introducing some new bundles. So I have created a couple of new bundles. A lot of you have been requesting that I put together a bundle including my hybrid budget worksheets, so I have done that for you guys and I'm pretty excited about it. So without further ado, let me just go ahead and flip these bad boys over and show you the design for April. Introducing my butterfly garden collection. So here it is. I absolutely love it. I think this is the favorite design I have ever put together. It is this beautiful butterfly print, as you can see here, with shades of purple and yellow and pink, and the main color for April is this really beautiful purple, which purple is my favorite color, so I'm so excited about this. So what I'm going to do is take you through really quickly each of the printables, what they look like. I have printed out all of the various worksheets so that you can see them all in person, and then I'm going to show you the different bundles that you can get. So in order to not make this video super lengthy, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So the first worksheet here, and these are in no particular order, is the April cover page. So if you buy any of the dated bundles, you will get the April cover page. If you buy the undated bundles, you'll get the budget cover page, which is in here somewhere. I probably should have organized these a little bit better. I'll show it to you when we get there, but this is what it looks like. It's got that beautiful butterfly pattern. I love this little shade of blue here that is in there. I think it's just really fun and springy, and I'm excited about it. So that is the cover page. With the dated bundles, you also get the dated calendar. So it has that butterfly print across the top. It's the April 2022 calendar with all the dates in there so that you can write in your bills and any of your scheduling and that sort of thing. There's a place for notes along the side. So this is a 2-page spread. You can punch it and put it in a planner this way. Pardon me. And you can use it, you know, however you see fit. I also have my sinking funds page, so this is what that looks like. Again, with that gorgeous butterfly pattern. I love this little butterfly peeking up here. There's a place to write in the fund, your beginning balance, how much you're adding, how much you're taking away, and your ending balance for your sinking funds. So it's a really great way to keep track of your funds on a monthly basis. And it's got a little place for the total down here. Now, keep in mind with printables that they may look a little different based on your print settings. My printer is a little bit low on some of the ink, so there's a little bit of imperfection here in my printing, but I don't mind it. They're still totally functional. I'm not going to waste the paper, so I'm definitely going to use these even though they didn't print perfectly. You can also adjust your print settings to print in actual size, and then these things across the top will be larger. I actually selected to fit everything to the page with my print settings, so play around with your settings, see what you like. But there is the sinking funds page. There's also the transaction log here, which matches really well, and there's a place to keep track of all of your sinking fund transactions throughout the month. So there's a place for the date, which fund you're using, the amount, and the descriptions. So you can, you know, if you're taking from your clothing sinking fund, you can write the date that you took the money from it, what fund, how much you spent, and then you can leave yourself a little note to remind you of what you spent that money on. I use my transaction log in conjunction with my sinking funds log here every month, and it's been phenomenal. Next, I have my hybrid budget. This is my bestseller. This is something I created a few months ago. I've been using it religiously, and it's been a game changer for me, for my budget. So it is a 2-page layout. Again, you can kind of punch it and put it in a little binder, or you can staple it and use it however you want. But there's a place for your income, your monthly budget here. So anything that's due monthly you can put in here. And then there's also a place for all of the weeks of the month. So this is a really all-inclusive 2-page spread you can come back to week after week in the month and keep track of everything at a glance. I love the pattern here with a little yellow floral pattern and the butterfly peeking out. So really excited about this. And this color purple is to die for, isn't it? Isn't it beautiful? All right, so then I have an expense tracker. And you guys know when I print out my printables, I print out multiple expense trackers. So I have multiple ones of them here, but they're all the same. And the great thing about budget printables is that you can print them over and over again. So if you really like this pattern and you want to use it for every month of the year, you can buy the undated worksheets and you can use them month after month. So it's much more affordable that way if you do it that way than buying like a whole budget planner where it, you know, you can't customize where the sheets go or which sheets you use. So I highly recommend budget printables if you're just getting started with budgeting and you're not sure exactly what you're going to want to use. This is a great way to kind of test things out. So this is my expense tracker. There's a place for the date, the transaction, the category, withdrawal, deposit, and ending balance. So you can use this sort of like a check register to keep track of everything that's coming out of your checking account. It's really customizable. You can do whatever you want with this. And I use an expense tracker every week of the month. I do have budget videos here on my channel showing you exactly how I use all of these worksheets. Granted, they won't be in this pattern since this pattern is brand new, but the worksheets themselves are all the same. It's just the pattern essentially that changes month to month. So check out my other videos if you are interested in seeing how these work. If you guys would like to see me do an in-depth video on how I use each individual worksheet, I can definitely do that. So just leave me a comment down below and let me know. But isn't this darling? I think it's so cute, and it's got the little pattern across the bottom as well. So I've actually printed multiple expense trackers here because I am going to be using a lot of these worksheets for my budgeting in April. But once we get past the expense tracker, then we have the spending comparison. So this is a newer worksheet for my shop. It's something that I created not too long ago. And it's just a place for you to kind of compare month over month different spending categories. So for example, if you wanted to track last month's groceries and this month's groceries and see kind of how, if you spent more or less this month and what maybe plays into that, can help you figure out what to budget the following month for your groceries, or you're eating out, or maybe you want to track a bill that fluctuates a lot. This is a great way to do it. So there's a place for the category, so you can write, you know, whatever category you're tracking, whether it be groceries or bills or whatever. You can put in the amount you spent last month, the amount you spent this month, and then there's a place here for the change. So you can write, you know, the difference between the two, or you can use this to keep a little note of what changed this month that made it so that you spent more this month than last month, or vice versa. So that is the spending comparison. And again, it's that gorgeous butterfly pattern. Oh, I just love that. All right, so here is that budget title page. So if you want to be able to use this month after month after month, rather than getting the one that says April, you buy any of my undated bundles, you will get the budget title instead. Now, in terms of the dated versus the undated bundles, there's not a ton of differences. A lot of the worksheets are the same in both bundles. The only difference is if you buy the undated bundle, you'll get the budget title page instead of the April title page, and you will get the Undated Calendar as well. So this is the Undated Calendar, and all of these worksheets are available individually as well as in bundles, so you can kind of pick and choose which worksheets you want, or you can buy the bundles. Again, I'll go over the bundles here momentarily, but look at how beautiful this is. So this is completely customizable. You can add your own month, your own dates. You can even add your own days of the week. So if you like to have your calendar start on a Sunday, you can do that. If you like it on a Monday, you can do that. If you like it on a Tuesday, you can do that. I've done that in the past. So that is the Undated Calendar. Really, really beautiful there. Then I have the monthly overview worksheet. Now this I do not have listed individually because it's just not a top seller. I didn't find that a lot of people were buying this on its own. They seem to like it in the bundles, but if you really want this monthly overview worksheet and you don't want to have to buy a bundle, you just want this one worksheet, you can send me a message on Etsy and I will list it for you, and then you can go ahead and buy it. I just didn't have high demand for this one, so I didn't include it this month. No sense in listing something that's not going to sell, but as always, you know, just shoot me a message if you really want this worksheet and I'll list it for you. But this is the monthly overview. It's a place to write in your debt, your goals for the month, your credit score, and a little place for notes. So there's that. Then I have the Paycheck Budget, which is probably my second best seller. If you don't want to budget by month with the hybrid budget, I guess the hybrid budget is budgeting by month and week. If you just want to budget by paycheck, I have you covered with this Paycheck Budget worksheet. There's a place to write your income, anything that you're going to pay with your checking account, anything that you're going to pay using cash envelopes, anything that you're going to put into sinking funds for that pay period, any extra debt payments you're going to make, and then there's a little place for totals here, and then there's a place to break out what's remaining into various savings goals. So this is available in my shop as well. And I just printed these back to back just to save paper, you guys, because I don't use all of these worksheets anymore. This is the cash breakdown, and this is another one that I don't have currently in my shop as an individual worksheet, but if you want it, you don't want to have to buy the bundle, again, shoot me a message, no problem. But this is a really great worksheet for you if you are a cash budgeter, to be able to figure out exactly what you need to pull out of the bank and in what denomination. So you just list out your cash categories and their amounts and then break it down by which denominations you want to pull from the bank. You can get a total bill count, and that really helps make it easy for you to get the proper denominations from the bank. There's also a little place here for notes if you need to leave yourself a little reminder. It's a great worksheet. I used it a ton when I was paycheck budgeting. Alright, so that's that. Then I have the weekly check-in, and this is another one that's a big seller in my shop. People seem to really enjoy checking in with their budget weekly. And this is just a place for you to kind of keep track of variable expenses week to week. Maybe you budget by the month, but you still want to check in with the week. The hybrid budget's really great for that because it's all in one worksheet. But if you like to budget by paycheck and you still want to check in week to week with your categories, this is a great option for you. There's a place for each week of the month, so there is 5 weeks. I know not all months have 5 weeks, but I wanted you covered regardless. And there's a place for your starting balance for that category, how much you added, how much you spent, and then the remaining balance. So this is a really handy worksheet to have as well. Next up, I have just a plain patterned paper. So I got a request to include this in my shop to for someone to use as a back cover. So they wanted to use the title page as the title page, but then they wanted something to kind of sandwich and have a back cover for their planner. They wanted to create a whole planner, so I obliged and I put the pattern paper in there. And since then, I've had a lot of you purchase these to make cash envelopes with, or to make different dividers and things. It's just really pretty. You can use this for whatever you want. So I do have the pattern paper available as well. It's just a paper with that fun design all across it. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that. So that's an option in my shop. I have the monthly budget for those that want to just get a basic run-of-the-mill monthly budget listed out. There's a place for income and expenses. I used this a lot when I first got started with budgeting. I used something like this just to give a basic feel for how the month was going to go, and then I would break it down by paycheck with the Paycheck Budget. So that's an option if you are interested in that. Sorry you guys, I know this video is getting lengthy. And then I have, I also use this monthly budget for my business budget. I did include a business budget worksheet a couple of months back, but it wasn't a huge seller. And it's essentially the same worksheet, it just has business budget across the top. So I didn't include that this month, but again, if you want that, let me know. I'll go ahead and put it in the shop. But essentially this is the same worksheet, it's just got a different title. And then lastly, I have the debt tracker, which is a newer addition to my shop, and you guys seem to really enjoy this worksheet as well. So this is a place for you to just keep track of your debts and the payments that you make. So there's a place to list the creditor, the interest rate, starting balance, minimum payment, account number, credit limit, due date, target payoff date, and then there's a place to list all of the transactions. So any payments that you make or any additional purchases you make with that credit card, you can keep track of here and keep track of your balance kind of as you go. So that's all of the worksheets. As I said, the majority of these worksheets are available individually on my shop, so you can just go in and purchase the debt tracker or the sinking funds page or whatever you need. But I also have some bundles, and as I mentioned, I do have some new bundles, and I have the bundle that I have always had on my shop. So the bundle that I've always had is just called the budget bundle. And in that bundle, you get, if you buy the dated version, you get the April cover page, you get the calendar, you get the sinking funds and transaction log. Let's see, what else do you get here? Give me just a second to organize these so that you guys don't have to watch me shuffle through all these pages. I'll show you once I come back. Okay, so I think I got it all figured out here. So with the dated budget bundle, it's 12 sheets. You will get the April cover page. You will get the 2-page dated calendar. You will get the this is not right. You will get the sinking funds page as well as the transaction log page. You will get an expense tracker. You will get the monthly overview in that as well. You'll also get a weekly check-in. Sorry, you guys, some of these are printed back to back and they are not included in the bundle. You'll get the Paycheck Budget worksheet. You'll also get the cash breakdown worksheet. You'll get a notes page, and you will get the monthly budget. So that is the dated budget bundle. The undated budget bundle is the exact same thing, except you will get the cover page that just says budget, and then you'll get the undated calendar. All the rest of the worksheets are the same. So that is the bundle that I've had kind of since the beginning. Nothing's changed there. You're still able to get that bundle if that's what you use and enjoy, but I have 2 new bundles to work with as well. Alright, for the next bundle, I'm calling this my hybrid bundle. So when you're going into my shop, make sure you are reading the titles and the descriptions really thoroughly. I know it can be confusing with all the different bundles, exactly what you're getting, but if you just read the description, it's all listed exactly the worksheets you're going to get. But for the hybrid dated bundle, again, it'll be available in dated and undated, and the only difference is the cover page and the calendar. If you get the dated, you'll get the April cover page and the dated calendar. If you get the undated, you'll get the budget page and the undated calendar. But everything else is exactly the same. So for the hybrid bundle, you get the cover page, you get the 2-page calendar. This one is 12 pages as well, but some of the pages are the same, but some of them are different. You get the sinking funds and transaction log. You get the 2-page hybrid budget I know you guys are going to be excited about this bundle because a lot of you have requested a bundle that includes the hybrid budget. You get an expense tracker. You get a notes page. You get the spending comparison in this bundle, the debt tracker in this bundle, and then you also get the printed, the full patterned page. So it is a little bit different, but it has everything you need essentially to create that hybrid budget system that so many of you have requested. So I have that available as well. So there's the budget bundle. That's the one I showed you before, the hybrid budget bundle. And then I also have the I Want It All bundle in both dated and undated. So this one is going to be 17 pages. If you get the dated version, again, it'll have the April cover page and the calendar. If you get the undated version, it will have the budget page and the undated calendar, which is, I don't know, you guys, these are all messed up. You know what I'm talking about. But in addition to that, you will get every other worksheet. So it's a total of 17 pages. You'll get the monthly budget. Again, with the undated, you'll get this budget. You'll get the undated calendar. You'll get the expense tracker. You'll get the monthly overview. You'll get the paycheck budget. You get the sinking funds and transaction log. You get the hybrid budget. You get the notes page and the expense tracker and the spending comparison and the debt tracker and the printed page and the weekly check-in. So you'll get everything. And the only difference between the two, like I said, is you'll either get it dated with the dated stuff or undated with the undated stuff. So if you want everything, you want to try out every single one of my worksheets, that's the way to go. It is at a significantly discounted rate. If you were to buy each of the worksheets individually, it would add up to a lot more than buying the I Want It All bundle. So if you ever wanted to just get the whole enchilada and try everything out, that's the way to go. I do also have a 15% off coupon code that you can use on all of my printables. That is YTFriend, all one word. I'll put it up on the screen. I'll put it in the description box below, as well as the link to get to my shop. But all of these worksheets and all of these various bundles are available in my shop right now. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Let me know what you guys think of this beautiful butterfly pattern. I think it's perfect for April, for spring. I don't know about you guys, but I am so ready for spring. So yeah, that is it. That's the Butterfly Garden collection. I do have everything in its own section on my Etsy shop. If you go along the left-hand side of the shop, you'll see all of the various sections. You can just click the Butterfly Garden April 2022 section to get to all of these worksheets and all of the bundles. But again, make sure you're reading descriptions really thoroughly. If you accidentally purchase the wrong thing, I cannot offer you refunds because these are instant downloads. I can't do refunds or exchanges or anything like that. So please make sure you're reading really thoroughly. Thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart for shopping my Etsy shop. I really appreciate it. It's been so wonderful seeing so many of you use my worksheets and hearing the comments saying that my worksheets have helped you in your budgeting journey. It means so much to me. So if you shop my link, just know that I appreciate you so much. Thanks so much for watching, friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!